I want to know about Remoteli. How did you come up with the concept for Remoteli?
So Remoteli came up in 2020. So my wife and I used to go to Ghana every single year, where we would go back and forth for Christmas in December. And we'd just enjoy the December period and just really enjoy Ghana. We're both Ghanaians heritage-wise, and we just loved going back and really understanding and experiencing the country. 2020, the pandemic went into full effect, mid-2020, and during the time I was an account director at The Guardian. And two things became very evident. Number one, a lot of organizations in the UK were struggling massively to grow their businesses and to expand their businesses due to the impacts of the pandemic. Likewise, being a Ghanaian and going back and forth, I'd see a lot of young graduates who were overly skilled and overly qualified who were struggling to get into full-time employment. And it just used to bother me that there must be a solution for both of these problems. And then that eureka moment, why not marry these two ideas? Why not get these overly skilled and competent young individuals to work remotely for organizations around the world? Due to the impacts of the pandemic, there was no barriers in regards to where people would work. Remote working was a thing for a lot of people in the IT sector or software developers, but at large, it wasn't. So the pandemic opened up a lot of doors for individuals around the world to get roles and work in organizations that they wouldn't have been able to previously. So come December 2020, I just took the decision to leave my role and just to take the risk and go full time into going into Remoteli. And it was a huge risk because I then had to leave the UK, go to Ghana for a period of time, back and forth a lot of it because I got my young kids and my wife in the UK, whereas we're setting up a business in Ghana. And it was difficult because it's a huge risk, the unknown, move into a country that I wasn't born in, but I have a lot of ties with. And that whole process was long, it was difficult, but the fruits of it a year later were enormous. When you're seeing the amount of young people who are getting into roles, the development of these young people, their confidence, how they're progressing in their careers, the opportunities that are being availed to them that weren't there for them previously is absolutely astounding. And for me, it's just been it's been a blessing to see and to be able to facilitate the growth and the change in these young people. And hopefully we can continue to expand that across Africa.